Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, good night to you, wherever you may be watching me from tonight. My name is Thelma Titi Ahamba, and I want to welcome you to tonight's episode of Chat with Themmy. Um, y'all, I was thinking a lot, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but tonight's topic is going to be I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to the person next to you. I don't want to talk to the person who's sitting with you on their way to work. I don't want to talk to the person who's, you know, doing whatever. I want to talk to you. You looking at me, you watching me right now. You that's gonna watch me. You that's gonna open this video. You that's gonna click volume up or press play to watch me. I want to talk to you. And I want to let you know that you are not a mistake. All right? I don't know who this message is for, but I want to encourage someone. I want to encourage you that you're not a mistake. Okay? A lot of times, sometimes um, we be going through tough times. Sometimes we be going through some really, we'll be in some really tight corners. And then it's like, what is going on? What's happening? Like, don't I deserve to be here? Don't I deserve to be happy like other people? Don't I deserve for good things to happen to me as well? And and sometimes the devil tried to take advantage of our thoughts. Okay? The greatest battles you ever fight is the one you fight in your mind. All right? So I don't know what you're going through. I don't know where you are on your journey right now, but I'm here to tell you, if you do not know, or if you do know, I'm here to remind you in case you forgot that you are not a mistake. All right? I don't care how rocky the road is right now. I don't care how shaky or how much tough it is right now. You're not a mistake. You can never be a mistake. Matter of fact, every step of yours has already been pre planned by God. Okay? Look at life this way. You're just acting out a script. The only person who has it all figured out in this life is God. That's the only person who has it all figured out. Sometimes I come across people's, social media posts, and depending on what the topic is, I've seen comments like, "Oh, I'm 26 years old, I'm 30 years old, and there's nothing to show for it." What do you mean, nothing to show for it? You being alive is something. Maybe you've not discovered your purpose yet. Or maybe you do not know how to turn whatever you're going through, you don't know how to turn them into useful resources that you can use on your journey. All right? But you're never a mistake. You're here for a reason. And let me break it to you, there is absolutely no one among the 7 billion plus people in this life, there is absolutely no one that's like you. There's some people who may think like you. There's someone who may look like you, but they are not you. And your fingerprint can prove that. Take a look at identical twins. No matter how identical they look, they're not the same. All right? So I want you to let yourself know, I want you to be reminded that you are unique. You're not here by accident. All right? You are not here by accident. You're here for a purpose. And sometimes it may take you longer than others to discover why you're on here. But remember, no matter where you are, remember that you're not a mistake. You may not have it all figured out right now, but you're going to. You're going to figure out. You're going to figure things out. Okay? You may not have it all in one place. It may look like, oh, you know, every person. Every soul that's on this earth was created with a deposit of God's love, of God's grace, of heavenly value sold in their life. God did not just make you, drop you on earth, and off he went, enjoying the pleasures of whatever he created. No, every one of us was born with something in us. God deposited some form of greatness within our soul. It's only a matter of time for you to discover that. Your being here, God was intentional when he created you. Some of us may have gotten here through different means, and depending on the experiences of the people through which we came, we may have encountered terrible words. I did not plan to have you. I didn't want to have a baby, but I somehow this thing happened to me, or I was not meant to be in this place, and then out of the blue a baby came and I did not plan for this. I didn't want this. It's okay. It's not your fault. Give me a second.
Lens Distortions Preview. 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 Lens Distortions Preview.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm sorry I had to get behind the scenes. Um, let's jump right back into the nice topic, okay? So I was just before I left, I was talking about just before the break, I was talking about how each of us were born with God's deposit of his greatness. And it's only a matter of time that we are going to discover the reason we're here. Okay? It's only a matter of time. You may or may not discover it the time you want to discover it. You may be a little slow. You may be on your own, at your own pace, doing things at your own pace and stuff. But guess what? It doesn't mean you're here by mistake. It may look like, oh, all your peers are ahead of you, but there are tons of your peers behind you. All right? So I want you to understand that whatever's happening around you is not by mistake. I was also talking about, the circumstances under which some of us were born may not be favorable. And we may carry a whole lot of trauma from our past experiences as children. Okay? Maybe your parents were not in a good space to have a child and you happen to come. And then you've heard these words for so long. You're useless. You're worthless. Nothing's good gonna come out of you. I didn't even plan to have a baby. You changed the entire trajectory of my life. I don't even want you since you came into my life. You just brought nothing but bad luck. They may not have had an intention of having a child when you came, but trust me, God was very intentional to send you to them. And God is going to use your story for his glory. Remember the man in the Bible when Jesus, this lame man that could not, there's the lame man that every time he tried to get into the pool of Bethesda, um, before he gets there, someone already jumped into the pool. And every time he make an attempt, before he gets there, someone else is into the pool and they got their blessing and they got their healing and they got whatever they wanted, right? And then it seemed like everything was not favorable around him. He was making an effort. Sometimes we're making an effort, but it seemed like nothing's changing. And sometimes the mistake we make is we give up because, well, I'm doing XYZ, I'm putting in effort, I'm investing, I'm trying my best, but it seems like nothing's working for me. Hold on. Hold on. Don't move. Just hold on. Don't throw in the towel just yet. Just hold on. God has a special package being delivered for you. Every other person around that pool that were jumping in that pool was getting their blessing, was getting their deliverance, was getting their healing. But guess what? This man's miracle was handed over to him by the blood of God Himself, Jesus Christ. Jesus was the one who healed him. Did he ever, in his wildest imagination, think that Jesus will heal him? His only hope was the pool. He just wanted to get in. And sometimes it's like your only hope is that one person. I just want to get to this person, but maybe they're not picking your call. I just want to be able to see this person, but maybe they don't have the time to talk to you. But you know what? Sometimes God will intentionally close. When I say close, like in fact, He will lock certain doors because He doesn't want anyone, any single soul, to say, if I did not make you, you wouldn't be where you are today. God is a very jealous God. He doesn't want to share his glory with nobody. So in that moment where you're thinking, why are things not working for me? Why is it like everything is against me? Why is it that everything I touch my hands on, it doesn't turn to gold? God does not want to share his glory. That person in higher power that you're depending on, that uncle, that auntie who's well to do, and you think they can invest in that idea of yours to just give you a little push to get you started. Sometimes God don't want nobody to share his glory. So the people you are heavily dependent on, he will sometimes make them not to pay any mind to you. And you're like, what? These people are evil. My parents helped them. Oh, they promised that they would do this. The Bible said even a mother sometimes can forget her suckling child. You know what it means to go through 9 months of discomfort? Sometimes some people, their entire 9 months is completely discomforting. And then the Bible said a mother may forget her suckling child. Wow. Wow. Just wow. But he will not forget you. You are not a mistake. The circumstances around you may not be favorable. The circumstances under which you may have gotten to this world may not be favorable. But guess what? Every single step of yours are ordered by God. You made a mistake, you made a bad decision, it's uttered by God. All right? So sometimes you need to be on a path for God to be able to come and show Himself wonderful. For God to be able to use your story for His glory, He needs you to be somewhere. You have a unique purpose on this earth. Nobody in this life can play your role the way you're supposed to play that role. There may be other people in that space. There may be other people in that industry. There may be other people in that family. There may be other people in that room, in that office, on that field. But nobody can do it the way Thelma can do it. Nobody can do it the way Patience can do it, the way Permy can do it, the way Queen can do it, the way Robert can do it, the way Richard can do it. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody can execute it like you. Nobody can think about it or structure it like you. You think you're here by mistake? The amount of value you bring into this world is immeasurable. I don't care how useless anyone tried to make you feel. Matter of fact, most of the time, the people that try to talk us out of our greatness are the people who even see our greatness before we ourselves get to see it. And sometimes they're even threatened by that. They're like, I can let her discover this. I can let her see who she is. I need to put her down so she doesn't discover herself. I need to press him down. I need to oppress him. I need to keep him in a very limited position. Some people will not help you simply because that little push you need will help you catapult way further, will catapult you way further than where they are. And because of that, they will not help you. Because of that, they will let you try to see things like, this is a mistake. I mean, you're not worth it. Well, are you even going to bring any value to this? You have a unique purpose in the relationship you're in the work you're in. Sometimes your purpose for a relationship is to let other people see that there are good people in this world. And that if you mess with those people, you may not get a chance to meet them again. Sometimes your purpose in a space is to bring monetary value. Sometimes your purpose in a room is to bring comfort. Sometimes your purpose in a corner is to let someone else know that it is possible. Wherever you find yourself, wherever you may be, whatever whatever situation you may find yourself in, guess what? It's for a reason. It's not by mistake. Sometimes the situation you may find yourself in will be exactly where you need to be. Sometimes the space you're in is teaching you the exact lessons you need for the next phase when it gets unlocked. Because there are some levels before you attain them in this life, you need maturity. You need to be mature. Maturity is not in your age. Maturity is your application of wisdom that you've gotten from your life experiences. The way you apply the lessons you have learned over the years in situations, that demonstrates your maturity. It's not because you're old. It's not because you dress like you're responsible. Matter of fact, who's responsible? What is a responsible person supposed to look like? Right? So you're not a mistake. You're not. Don't you ever for 1 second think that you're a mistake because you have a unique purpose. Your life may be full of challenges right now, but guess what? For everything you go through in this life, you're building your resilience. You're building your grit. Every situation you encounter in this life is a block that you can add to your building. For each setback that hits you, for each experience that pushes you to the ground, guess what? You're building your muscles to get back up. All right? If you do not have anything to bring to the table, some challenges will not be put your way. Okay? For every opportunity, for every setback you encounter is an opportunity for you to grow. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity for you to say, okay, I think I did well in this area. I think I'm not so good here, so I need to focus on this area and stuff like that. For every experience you have in life, it's an opportunity for you to grow. All right? So I want to remind you that your life is already planned out. You see movies? A lot of time you're there, you're watching your favorite movie. Maybe you went to the theater or you're at home and you're watching movie and it's like, oh, they're coming, they're coming. Oh no, get away. Oh, I don't want them to see. Oh my gosh, go hide. The bad guys are coming. Guess what? The director is sitting somewhere on his couch, hanging out with his family. That actor or actress is somewhere on vacation somewhere or maybe doing their next project and you're there, you're like in the moment, you're like, oh my gosh, oh my lord, go hide. I'm so dramatic when I'm watching a movie, that's why I'm going this way. All right, you may not be the dramatic one in the room when you're watching the movie, but guess what, the same way that script had already been written and acted out, that's exactly what our lives are here on earth. Oh, they're gonna break your heart. Oh, he's gonna say negative stuff to you. You're like, for each, you don't know the next scene, so your heart is always panting. You don't know what's gonna happen next, so you're scared. Sometimes you're confused. But guess what? Your life has already been planned out. You're just moving in between scenes. And here's the thing about relationships. Not everybody in the movie gets to go through all the scenes. All right? There are some people who are just passerbys. My fellow Nigerians will say waka pass. There's some people who imagine a hero walking on the streets of New York, maybe at Times Square, and then there's the crowd, just everybody's just going to work, going about their normal business. Those are the waka pass. They're not the main characters. That scene is not for them. Maybe someone in there is going to be in another scene, but it's none of our business. Because when we get to that scene, we're going to see it. All right? But every season in your life is for a reason. Every single season is for a reason. You are not a mistake. I want you to view your challenges as a stepping stone, not as roadblocks. It's about shifting your mindset. Let me tell you, our minds are so powerful that anything we put our minds to, it's attainable. If you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, it's going to happen. You just need the right mindset. If you tell yourself, I'm going to be successful in business, it will happen. You build your mindset first, you train your hands to work, you train your heart not to fail, and you keep it moving. All right? You keep it moving no matter what challenges you encounter. You keep it moving, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, and you don't stop. Guess what? It's gonna happen. The Bible said, though it tarries, it will surely come. You see, that purpose of God on your life will definitely be fulfilled. Nobody's holding your destiny. Everything you encounter in this life is meant to happen. Remember when Daniel prayed in the Bible? His answers were delivered, but what happened? The prince of Persia held it, right? Do you think that wasn't part of the plan? Daniel kept on praying. He kept on praying. He kept on praying. He kept on praying. What was he building in that moment when it seemed like his prayer was being delayed, when it seemed like the answer wasn't coming? What was he building? He was building resilience. He was building his prayer habit. He kept going and kept going. He kept communicating with God. He kept putting his prayer and his supplication before God. He kept making them known to God until he caught God's attention. I'm like, what? But I answered Daniel a long time ago. What's going on? Like, oh, you're there. Okay, let's go get this person out of the way. So you're not a mistake. Do not allow nobody, I mean no soul, do not allow their negative words take seed in your heart. May your heart not be a fertile ground for negativity, because it's going to transfer that poison all through your blood and it's going to manifest in your activities. You'll feel depressed, you'll feel worthless. Mm-mm. God did not spend his precious time molding and creating you and putting your template in heaven and sending you on earth through your parents for you to allow one soul that don't even know how they got on this earth to tell you you are by mistake. The person telling you that even if it's your parent that open their mouth and say you are a mistake, I did not plan to have you, I didn't think about having a child, and then you came and you changed my entire life career and you changed everything about me. Their activity may have been a mistake, but you are not a mistake. You, as the offspring, you're not a mistake. Maybe their act was out of carelessness, or maybe it was just from an unfortunate experience they may have had. But you and your purpose in this life, no, you're not a mistake. No, you're not. And you need to be conscious of what you tell yourself. You need to be conscious of what you listen to. Because here's the thing, whatever you feed on, take root into you. And then you start to convince yourself. You need to combat negative self talk. You want to be kind to others, you need to be kind to yourself. You want to be forgiving to others, you need to be forgiving to yourself. You want to be pleasant to others, you need to be pleasant to yourself. If that wasn't necessary, Jesus wouldn't have said in the Bible to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Because why? You cannot give what you don't have. I don't care how much money is in your bank account. If you are not kind, you cannot show kindness. It's not about the money. There are people who are broke or who people may consider poor that are way kind than people who have financial resources or financial gains. Okay? So I need you to tell yourself positive things. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself, I am beautiful. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, whatever you're going through, you're going to come out of it. And you're going to come out of it alive. Whatever's happening around you, you are going to make it through. You are going to make it through. And there's nothing the devil can do about it. All right? I don't know where you are right now. I don't know what you may be going through right now. But I need you to tell yourself, you are not a mistake. I need you to let yourself know that you're here for a reason. And guess what? Once you discover the reason you're here, my, your life takes a different turn. You start to look at things from a whole new perspective. You start seeing life into everything. Now you start noticing that whatever I touch blossom. They don't wither, they don't die. Whenever I step into a room, I bring calmness. I bring peace. I bring solutions to people's problems. You need to tell yourself that, and you will see yourself manifesting those things. Wake up in the morning every single day and tell yourself you're an answer to someone's prayer. It could be relationship, it could be wisdom wise, it could be advice, it could be help financially. Tell yourself you're a solution to someone's problem and walk into that space like the solution that you are and feel all the fulfillment of bringing peace to someone. All right? Because why? You're here for a purpose, you're here for a reason. Not even the devil can get you out of here if he's not permitted. No. Sometimes we give the devil just too much credit. Like, well, things are happening this way. Well, the devil's. No. Have you ever heard this statement? And it's a lot of time people say that. I've heard it a lot of times. They say, well, politicians don't run campaign after they've won. Right. It's the same way with the devil. Until he's got you, he's still going to come after you. So if you see anything that looks like, oh, the devil's after you, because he doesn't have you. And I need you to stand on that business. All right? I need you to stand on there and let the devil know I am here for a reason and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. I don't care how much mistake I've made. I don't care how whatever people are saying against me. I don't care how people are trying to get me down. I am here for a purpose and I am going to deliver just as God has assigned me to deliver. Okay? If you need to seek support, to surround yourself with people who want to see the best out of you, with people who have your best interests at heart, connect with those people. Connect with your tribe. Okay? Connect with those people and let them pour into you. Let them pour into you as and when it's needed. When you get fired up, you now go outside and unleash your power into the world. And save as many people and help as many people with your story, with your life, with the blessings that you brought into this world. Okay? I need you to go out there and let the devil know that I am a child of the king. You don't behave anyhow as a royal. You are divinely designed for a purpose. You're royalty. You're not a mistake. You're not a mistake. Okay? No, you're not. You're here for a reason. Okay? God was intentional when He was sending you this way. I don't care your background. I don't care your orientation. I don't care your status. I don't care about nothing. God was very intentional sending you to the family He sent you to. God was very intentional sending you to the country He sent you to. He sent you to. He was. His mind was made up. He didn't have to think twice about it. It's like, oh, this person will do well in Liberia. Yeah, go to this Liberian family. Go to the people from Grand Bassa. Go to the people from Grand Cru. Oh, go to this man and his wife. He's from Maryland and his wife is from Grand Jide. Go to that family. God was intentional sending you to America. Oh, her mom is from Michigan and her dad is from New York, upstate New York. Yeah, go to that family. I think you'll do better there. Oh, he's from Takrady and his family is mom is from Brangahafo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You should go to that family. He was very intentional in his distribution. Your mom is from Yoruba land and your dad is from Igbo land. Yeah, they'll make a good pair. Go to them. They'll do well with this one. He was intentional when he was sending you to the family he sent you to, when he was sending you to the tribe he sent you to. It was not a mistake. Do not allow a negative word, do not allow negative seed take root in your heart because it's going to poison you. Someone may have done you bad. Don't allow that negativity change who you are. Change the royalty that you are. Don't allow their poison to invade your heart. The God who made you was intentional. So I need you to look at life. I need you to handle life with some form of intentionality. With every form of intentionality, not some form, sorry. With every form of intentionality. Look at life that way. Okay? Look at life that way. I want to wrap up now. I want to wrap up now. As you go through this life, I want you to take control. I want this episode to empower you to take control. Pick your battles fairly. Be selective in what you let settle down in your spirit. Be very selective in what you let get to you, in what you let get to your mind, in what you let sink down to your heart. Be very selective. Because at the end of the day, what did Jesus say? It's not what goes into the man that corrupts the man, but what comes out of him, right? If you allow poison settle down in your heart, guess what? It corrupts everything within you. And then you start to bleed that negativity. You start to breathe that negativity. You start to speak that negativity. You will be. Have you seen some people who believe so much in their own lies and they start to live their toxicity everywhere? Don't be that. It's because at one point they allow something negative to sink into their soul and it corrupted everything inside of them. Don't be that. Oh, you're a mistake. I wish I did not have you. I wish I did not. God, if somebody tell you I missed that, God was very intentional when He sent me to you. He knew I was going to go through this thing. That's why He sent you to me. He sent me here. And He said He will not give you something that you cannot bear. God will not give you a battle that you cannot handle. And if He's giving you the toughest of battles you've ever experienced, guess what? He trusts your ability to perform. That's why He's letting you have it. Check the army, check the military. Before you're promoted, they know what to go through. They go through a lot of training, tough assignments. Go here, go here, go here, go here. And by the time they're done, you did pretty well. Well, let's go to the next level. You know? And then for every time you experience some kind of toughness, some kind of difficulty, and then victory comes along, and then you just take this very deep breath of gratitude. All right? And then it's like, wow. Like after if you've ever done any form of hiking, you realize sometimes just going up and going up and going up gets really tough as you climb. But when you get to the top, then you just go with this deep breath. Whew, wow. This feels so good. This is so beautiful up here. Then that view at the top was worth every stretch of your muscle when you were climbing. For every time you get a victory, you look at the battle like it was worth every second. It was worth every drop of your tear that you had to cry on that journey. You're not a mistake. You cannot be a mistake. You will never be a mistake. I need you to look at yourself, whether your relationship is difficult, whether your parent is difficult, whether things around you are not favorable. Tell yourself, I am not a mistake. I cannot be a mistake. God was very intentional. The Bible said when He made everything, He looked at everything and said it was good. God looked at the gorilla and said it was good. God looked at the ants and said it was good. God looked at the elephant and said it was good. He turned and looked at the hippo. He said, you are beautiful. This is the work of my hand. You are good. God don't like ugly and God don't make no junk. If He says you're good, you're good. No other opinion matters. All right? So as I wrap up tonight, I hope this message, like it's early morning for me now. I hope this topic tonight, I hope it touches your heart. I hope it encourages you. I hope it blesses you. No matter the situation you're in, I want you to remind yourself that you're not a mistake. You may have made a wrong choice before. The choice was a mistake, but you are not. The circumstances under which you were born may not have been favorable, but you are not a mistake. You are God's masterpiece, His wonderful handwork. And when He finished, He looked at it and was like, damn, I am so good at this creation thing. Because Thelma is fire. Belinda is beautiful. Michael is handsome. Prince is adorable. Blessing is a wonderful human being. Mark is intelligent. Brittany is brilliant. Courtney is cute. Yasa is amazing. Kwame is exceptional. Adewale is just the most perfect human being. You're beautiful. Stand on that. You're not a mistake. You can never be a mistake. All right? So every single day, look at yourself and tell yourself, you're kind, you're wonderful, it's going to be a great day, your purpose on earth will be fulfilled. And remember, until God is done with you, until your assignment is over, whether the devil like it or yes, you're going to stick around here. You're going to be around here for a very, very long time. What did God do with Job? God said, yo, you can mess with everything around Job, but don't touch his life. Oh, yeah, I made him sick too. Yes, go ahead and make him sick. It won't change his mind about me. Don't touch his life. Oh, I'm in so much pain. How can God allow? I hear people say, how can God allow so many bad things happening in the world? What was God thinking when he told the devil, have you considered my servant Job? Have you asked yourself that? Some people say, if God is real, if God is God, if God is a good God, why would he sit there and they're killing people in this country and this thing is happening? You think he's not aware? When Job was going through his tribulations and his afflictions from the enemy, do you think God was not aware? God was like, my money's on Job. Job is not gonna Job is not gonna, Job is not gonna turn his back on me, no matter how hard things get. Sometimes when you're in a difficult situation, trust God. For each time you overcome a hurdle, share your testimony, inspire someone because they need to know that these things are possible. They need to know that God is not neglecting them. I'll end with this. And I got this from church a few weeks ago. Pastor preaching, he said, when we're going through hard times, like your kid go to school, during your semester, you have a very long time to ask the teachers all the questions in your mind, everything that you're thinking about the subject, about the topic, different topics and whatever. Oh, what is it? Oh, what does it mean? When it's time for exam, time's up. You can't ask no more questions about how you can understand what they're teaching because it's not teaching time, it's testing time. So there's time to learn and to be taught, and there's time to be tested with whatever you're being taught. But here's the good news. Even though when you're in the examination hall, you can't ask your teacher anything, or you can't ask the lecturer or the invigilator anything, or the professor, you can ask them nothing to help you understand whatever you're trying to attend to. Guess what? They never leave the room. So even in your dark moments, God is with you. He may be quiet because it's testing time, but he did not walk out of the classroom. He's still there. And he knows exactly what's going on. No teacher takes pleasure in the failure of their student. Matter of fact, if you're a teacher and you give a test and 90% of the class fail, it says a lot about your teaching techniques or methods rather than the measurement of the student's intelligence. There's absolutely no way, there's no fun, there's no joy to any teacher, any professor, any leader in the failure of their student, of their follower. There's no joy because it says a lot about them than it says anything about you. So remember, you're not a mistake. You can never be a mistake. God was very intentional by bringing you right here. God was intentional. And God is watching everything that's happening. He is fully aware about everything that's going on, about everything you're facing right now. He is fully aware. And He's in the room. You may not be able to ask Him questions right now, but He's right there in the room. He didn't leave the classroom. He did not. And by the time you're done with that test, you unlock another level. Okay? By the time you're done with that, you unlock another level. And you need to be, there's some computerized tests that you can go to the next level until you mark that one completed, right? That's how life is with God. Sometimes God will not open new doors for you until you might can say, Lord, I'm done. I need the next one. Click. Then you see the check mark complete. And then you go to the next one. And then you go through it. Sometimes you even have practice questions. Sometimes some of the things you're going through, they're like practice questions because there are bigger challenges ahead of you that you don't know is there. When you sit in the classroom, the teacher don't just come give you an exam. They'll give you homework, they give you quizzes, they give you class, class participation, group work, and different things. Before the real cocoa during exam, then you will sit by yourself and do that. The tests, the classwork, the homework, the quizzes, the this one, the group work, the group discussion, this one, they're all preparation for the Oga at the top, which is the exam. Tests, quizzes, group discussions don't take you to the next class. It is after your major exam. And even your major exam comes in phases. If you have to finish 2 semesters before you go to the next level, you'll finish 2 semesters. The first semester, you would definitely take an exam to give you access to the next semester, right? But it doesn't unlock your level to go to the next one, all right? So, depending on how many stages or how many semesters you are to complete, relax, go through it. Your teacher has not left the room. You're not a mistake. You're here for a purpose. And the purpose you have on this earth, you are the only one who can fulfill that. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I hope your week is fulfilling. I hope your week is productive. And I hope you remember to share kindness because everyone's going through a lot. We're all smiling and all looking so well until you have a deep conversation with someone. So remember to be kind as you step out this week. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thanks to everyone who joined me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. I appreciate your support, and I hope this episode brings you blessing. Have a good night from my end. Bye bye.